One of the best things you can do to ensure you get the home of your dreams is to get pre-approved. Especially in today's market where sellers tend to hold all of the cards. So in today's video, we're going to talk about getting pre-approved and what all it entails. Right after. What's up everyone, Ben here, the real estate pro with Keller Williams Realty in Knoxville, Tennessee. And listen, I love helping people. You know, I like the instant gratification, I like putting smiles on their face, knowing that I was the one that put it there. But most of all, I love this industry and helping people buy a home, sell a home, invest in property. I love helping people with these huge decisions that will impact their lives forever. And it's a big endeavor, and it should be approached with the seriousness and respect that it deserves. But still, so many people take it lightly. It's quite frustrating as an agent to run into this, and it's even more frustrating when the buyers get mad at you and scream foul when you bring it up. They act like you're using high pressure tactics, encouraging them to talk to a lender. Most agents hate high pressure. I hate it so much, in fact, that one of my main taglines is 100% no hassle, no pressure. All the time. Look, besides the fact that sellers won't hold the home while you go to see if you can afford it, it's also like bringing an empty wallet to an auction. It's fun to be there and see everything in action, but you're not going to go home with anything. So in today's low inventory market, the seller, they hold all the leverage in home sales, or at least most of it. This is why it's so important for you to take the time before actively shopping for a home to get pre-approved. So what does it mean to get pre-approved for a mortgage loan? Mortgage pre-approval is basically a promise from the lender that you're qualified to borrow up to a certain amount of money at a specific interest rate, subject to a property appraisal and some other requirements. How does one get pre-approved, you might ask? During the pre-approval process, the lender looks closely at your credit and they verify your income, and then they look at your expenses and your debt, and basically they look at a ratio of debt to income. If your debt is no more than 45%, but it really depends on the loan and the lender, then you'll likely get pre-approved. So what happens after all that? If you're granted a pre-approved mortgage loan, the lender is going to give you what's called a pre-approval letter. And what this letter does is it gives you the ability to submit proof with an offer that shows your ability to purchase that home. It's basically like a letter of recommendation from a banking institute. Why a letter of recommendation and not a guarantee? Well, you have to keep in mind that mortgage pre-approval does not completely guarantee your loan being approved when you purchase on a home. The real process generally starts after you make an offer, and it can take anywhere from 30 to 90 days, depending on the loan. Listen, I know this is a lot of information, and it's probably raising more questions. So with that in mind, I promise that I'm going to do an updated series of videos that walk you through the entire buying process, the entire roadmap, starting from choosing an agent and interviewing an agent and what kind of questions to ask, all the way to what you should bring to closing. But in the meantime, if you have any questions right now, drop them in the comments below and I will be sure to answer those. Okay, moving on. So if by this point it's not a guarantee, what does pre-approval mean? Pre-approval means the lender is confident that you have the ability to make the necessary down payment and that you have an income that can sufficiently cover your future mortgage payments. Basically, at this stage, the only concern that remains to the lender is whether or not the property appraises at or below the value equaling or below the amount of money they want to lend to you. That's a tongue twister, but it shouldn't be. In short, is the home worth what they want to give you for it? Basically, at this point, you might need to know the difference between a home inspection and appraisal, and I did a video on that. Check it out right here. And if you're confused by any of the lingo, check out my real estate vocabulary PDF. Just go down in the description. There's a link. Follow that link. Drop an email and a name. Let me know who you are, and you'll get that thing lickety-split. So what do you need to have to start the pre-approval process? Before you try to get pre-approval for a home loan, the first thing you want to do is check your credit report and your credit score. You'll be able to see if there's anything that you need to fix, anything that you can pay off quickly, and get that credit score up. Usually once a year, you can get a free credit report from each of the 3 major credit reporting institutes. Just go to their websites, Google who they are, go to their websites, fill out a form, verify who you are, and you should be able to access a PDF download immediately, as well as get a hard copy sent to you in the mail. Once all of that is cleared up and your credit score is where you need it to be for the type of loan you're getting, then the rest of the process is quite simple. All you have to do is provide the lender with documentation that they require, things like income information, such as pay stubs, tax returns, and W-2s from the previous 2 years. That's right, 2 years. And as well as any documents that show any additional sources of income, like a second job, overtime pay, commissions, bonuses, interest, and dividend income, Social Security payments, VA, retirement benefits, alimony, child support. Your lender will also likely want to see information about assets and items of value besides your income. And also, if your family is helping you out, then you'll need what's called a gift letter, which shows the money is not a loan that is being gifted to you. We'll do a future video on gift letters. So the last thing you're going to need is proof of identification, of course. So you'll need a valid form of ID, like a driver's license, a Social Security, or a passport, and you're going to need a Social Security number so they can run a credit check. Beyond this point, the ball is in the underwriter's court, and the underwriter is generally what happens after the lender collects that information. Pre-approval through the underwriter, it used to take weeks, 2 weeks to a month to do. But in today's world, with everything being so automated, you can usually get pre-approved in just a few hours. It's insane. And another good thing about this process is that within 45 days of your first inquiry into getting pre-approved, you can attempt to get pre-approved from multiple institutions, because the lenders will know that you're only trying to buy one home. So basically, you can get a bunch of different lenders to run a pre-approval to see who can offer you the best rates, and it's only going to hit your credit one time. This is something I did not do. I wish I did. I hate that I did. But luckily, it was a VA loan, so I got out pretty good. Why is it important to get pre-approved? So look, when you're pre-approved, you have purchasing power. The seller, they want to know that you can purchase the home, and this pre-approval letter shows them that you have the ability. It's like having cash almost. It really is. It makes you competitive in a housing market where buyers are struggling to getting their hands on the homes of their dreams because there's so many of them and so little inventory. The fact of the matter is, getting a pre-approval mortgage loan is crucial in a home buying process. Even if you think people will trust your word and background, which they won't, having that official documentation greatly increases your appeal as a buyer, and it's going to put you a step ahead of anyone else that doesn't have that. And definitely take advantage of the 45-day ability to get more than one opinion. I've seen people get turned down by one institute, get approved by another, and I've seen people go to one place and get $150,000 and go to another and get $200,000 for a home. So definitely shop around and see what's best for you and what's going to set your family up for the home of their dreams that they deserve, that you deserve. So look, that's it for today's video. I hope you got a lot of insight out of that. And remember, if you have questions that weren't answered in this video, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get you an answer. If I can't answer it right away, I'll go and find the answer for you. And also feel free to call, text, or email me at any of the info provided. All right, as usual, remember to like this video, then to subscribe, especially if you find it helpful. It'd be great if you subscribed anyway. I'd love your support. All right, I make a new video every week, and everyone is packed with some kind of value. Share this video on some other social feeds for me. Tag me in it. Let me know you're supporting me. I would so greatly appreciate it. And remember, make sure to check out the home inspection versus appraisal video and get the PDF for the real estate terminology. Follow the link below. So that's it. I've talked enough. Thanks again, y'all, and have a great day. All right, we'll see you later.